So imagine I tell you I sell bags, like come and buy bags, just like that. Or I tell you that like come and buy this bag because of this. Or I give you a valid reason, a solid reason to buy a bag from me. Like this bag is going to help you stand out in the next event you attend or on your next occasion. Which one would you choose? Most likely the second one, not necessarily because it's longer, but something has been attached to it, a sort of mental picture. That is storytelling. With storytelling, it's important that you start from the beginning, like from where else is better to start from than your brand name. So that's what we're talking about today. With that said, hi and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Fisayo the Baker. I'm so happy you're here. Storytelling is important because people don't just buy into a product or a service. They don't just put their money on the table just like that, just because your product is nice or because like it looks nice or it seems nice. They buy into stories, they buy into emotions. So maybe you put out an advert or you put out a post. How did that post make them feel? So I'm a baker, and the big idea behind choosing my brand name, my cake plug is the name by the way, is so that when a customer calls the name my cake plug, it's personalized. The brand name might seem like just one out of 10,000 other things you have to do for your business, but best believe that your brand name is very, very important. And I'm going to be telling you like one of the best ways to come up with a business name, a brand name, whatever you want to call it today. That's what we're going to be discussing today. So buckle your seatbelts and let's go. Somebody will tell you about how their day went and it seems so interesting. Like they may not have done so much, but you're listening to them and you're like, Omo, you had a nice day. And somebody else that probably did a lot more will tell you about their day. And I'm wondering like, that's all. Like, okay, you went to an amusement park and then you ate, you went out with friends and like, okay, like it just sounds there. Do you get? So like it's not just enough to want to tell stories, you need to be able to tell good stories. So with choosing a business name, there are a couple of things to take note of. Who are you trying to reach? That's number one. Who are you trying to reach? The people you are trying to reach, what are the things they like? What are the things that are associated with them or they can relate to? What can they relate to? What kind of stories would you tell that will get to their heart? That like they'll be like, So personally, my own brand, I build it in a way that is centered around my customers, because I mean the business is alive and existing because customers are coming. Glory to God. So it's centered around my customers and it's built in a way that I'm looking after their needs. I'm thinking about what they need, how to improve the product for it to be able to serve them better. And I'm thinking of them in like almost everything that I'm doing, right? And that's why like my business name, it's in a way that when they call the name or tell somebody else my business name, it's personalized. For you, it could be your name that is your business name, your brand name, that's okay. For you, it could be an adjective, a noun, it could be something that like one of the tools or items you use in your business. Let's say you're a baker as well and you use like butter and flour or like one of the ingredients you use, like or one or two of them, and that's your name, and that's okay. It's good to have a name that as you grow, as you expand, as you have more products available, more options available, that name can still hold you. But it doesn't mean that you should put so much pressure on yourself in the sense that you want this name that you will never have to change. Guess what? Tomorrow, if I find that there's another name or a better name I can use for my business, I'm going to change it, right? So when you think of a business name, or when you think of what you want your brand to be called as, remember that it's important to have a name because that's what you identify with. Like, what do you know that people are going to call you or call your brand that you would be proud of? It's important to note that. Don't try to make your name so complex that like even if you're choosing a name in like German, French, Spanish, don't try to choose the most complex thing. Try to choose something that is easy to understand. Choose something that people would hear it and they can get it, like a high chance that they can get it, you get. So basically for choosing a name, there are different options. You can use your name, you can use something that describes what you do. Try to make it short, but it doesn't need to be one word. It doesn't always have to be two words. It can be more than two words, but make it easy to understand, short. Let's know that we are saying a sentence because we're trying to call your brand name or your business name. Let it be easy to understand, that kind of thing, and then let it properly explain or define what it is that you do. Your name and your logo is one of the first things people see before they see your work a lot of the time. But there are times they see your work before they're like, oh, who is this person? And then they go searching. But best believe a lot of Nigerians are not that patient to go searching. Some people end up seeing your logo and your business name before they see your work. So part of it, putting yourself together and presenting yourself, putting your best foot forward when it comes to business, is making sure you have a good name, a name that speaks for you, a name that explains what you do as much as possible. I mean, you cannot do it in a way that every single person will understand, but let it be a high chance that people will most likely understand it. Do your very best. And at the same time, as you're trying to do your very best to come up with a nice name, you don't need to do the most. You don't need to do the most, and you actually don't have to think for 100 days or for 100 years to come up with a name. If you're starting now and you already have something in mind as a name and you think it would work, ask a few friends that have sense. I'm sorry. Ask a few friends. Hear what you think about name and then work with it. Over time, you can change your name. Over time, you can change your logo. So as much as you're going to think about it well and make sure you're doing your very best to put the best possible thing you can think of as a name or as a logo, don't overthink it. Because in terms of like overthinking it and overdoing it, you find that time is just passing you by. And then before you know, months have passed and you're still there telling yourself that Fisaya said, I should come up with a good name, I should come up with a good logo. The Fisaya that you're referring to, she don't go. So make sure that like you are thinking about it nicely, you're intentional about the name, a good name. Because of course a good name is better than riches. A good name, good logo to present yourself well. But also remember that that's not the only thing that's going to bring you sales. That's not the only thing that's going to put money in your pocket as a business owner. That's not the only thing that's going to make sure that customers find you. Some people start business with just like name, no logo, and they start making like money already. So think about it well, but don't dwell on it so much that you can't see road again, you can't see your front, like nothing else matters. Calm down, take it easy, focus, face front. So there's a balance to it, that you are intentional about the name that you're choosing, you're intentional about getting a good logo. If you can afford it, pay a graphic designer. If you can't, go to Canva, come up with something nice. If you want to send me a DM to ask if it's nice, or you want to ask your friends, or you want to ask your family if it's nice, please do that and launch. Start. It's about time, right? I hope you enjoyed this video. Short, simple, straight to the point. That's how your name should be, your business name. That's how your logo should be. Beautiful, but like it sends the message across properly, right? So have a lovely Sunday evening. Enjoy the rest of your day. Please let me know in the comments if you need more explanation or if some parts were not as clear to you as I think it is. And I'll be in the comments, happily, excited, waiting. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Please make sure you like this video because it helps my page grow. And that is what I want. That is what I desire. Thank you in advance. Please like this video, share with your friends, your loved ones, share on your WhatsApp stories, and bye. See you next week.